Thank you so much, Chair.
Of course.
Okay, so if you're a local government that has current active programs, what would be the impact, especially if they're, for example, maybe, I mean, under the Biden administration, there was a lot of federal grants that I'm assuming are still in place today. They haven't been clawed back completely. So what would a local government do based on the implementation timeline of this bill?
Recognize.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you for the question. So the effective date of the bill is July 1st of this year. That being said, we'll still have to balance it against, there are certain provisions in law that affects current contracts and so forth. And so there might be room to make sure to make that clear that, impacting current agreements and contracts have to be considered. But the substance of the bill will go into effect on July 1st.
Okay, follow-up, Chair?
Sure.
Thank you. And just, I appreciate you saying that because I think maybe a grandfather clause might be something for some local governments. Thinking about the paying dues language, there may be organizations that, again, are multifaceted, but part of their mission is to also be more resilient. Maybe they have a carbon neutrality goal in their organizational mission statement. How strict is that, pulling back on dues to those types of partner organizations, or maybe their regional institutions?
You recognize.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So if those organizations and their goal and their objective is going towards these net zero policies, then it would be in violation of the bill if the bill is enacted into law. But again, that being said, I mean, we're open to, this is a starting point, first stop, and it's a framework right now that we invite stakeholders to meet with us to see how we can make it narrowly tailored to not entrap anybody doing something that might be worthwhile from a public policy perspective.
Okay. And I have one last question, Chair, if I may, in that regard. Thank you. So some policies, again, net zero might have been one of the goals, but there are other goals too that complement net zero, like just energy efficiency in general, where our county has saved millions of dollars. For example, improvements made to the Orange County Convention Center have been a huge boon for us in saving money. Would those initiatives, because maybe their origin story also started with net zero as a goal, but that wasn't the only goal, would those programs have to stop, or could the local government just maybe reevaluate the mission of those programs? Walk me through those types of scenarios.
Thank you, Chair. So it would depend, right? So definitely the objective cannot be to achieve net zero objectives. But that being said, there might be some activities that may be for, again, energy efficiency or conservation. We're not trying to impact those noble aims. But that being said, the reason why I say it depends, for example, there are specific things that will not be permitted. For example, mandating that your fleet be 100%, EVs, right, electric vehicles. Regardless of the objective there, the bill specifically addresses that and says you can't. You can't just say this is for, another objective that's not net zero that specifically is targeted. So to the extent that something is not specifically named, there might be, room to hang your hat on some things that are more legitimate than these net zero policies.